All right, greetings YouTube. So more on RSI, repetitive strain injuries. You can find a lot of materials online, of course, that will help you develop a sense of how to alleviate your own symptoms. Every case is individual in the sense that you may have or have developed chronic symptoms where you're pretty much in pain all the time or discomfort. So, you know, some people may have considered surgery or such extreme measures, which I strongly believe is not necessary to alleviate these kinds of injuries. What comes first and foremost is the lifestyle alterations you need to impose on yourself in order to avoid situations that aggravate the injuries, of course. If they have become permanent, then you're soon going to notice what to stay away from, because you know, things like overextending or reaching for something can throw your back out, or you know, I've almost fallen over a few times from loss of balance when my shoulder knots up and it gets pretty much almost pulled out of socket. But anyway, there's a lot of videos on you know, stretches, instructions, and do this, do that. But I haven't found anyone who actually talks about how to prevent the symptoms from reoccurring. So yes, a good exercise routine, like there's things like the FlexTend that you can use. I've actually been thinking about getting one of those myself. It's this little glove you put on with a little extension that you pin to your arm, and every time you extend there's resistance on it. So that type of resistance training, of course, is good. But of course costly, but you know, it might be a good investment. It's an investment in your health and well-being. So but there's a lot you can do with just, you know, average household items like a door or a doorway or a chair or whatever, or a table. There's a few videos out there on YouTube with comprehensive stretching programs, so I'm not going to go into very much detail here. But what you need to do is basically develop a healthy routine of exercising and stretching daily, and taking breaks at the computer. And you know, for me it was years before I admitted to myself that I was addicted to the darn thing, and I had to face the whole addictive mentality of what do I do when I can't sit at the computer? I've been doing this since I was 8 years old, you know, it's all I know, or whatever. And finding other hobbies and other things to spend your time with. For me, like I said in my previous video, double whammy. I had to stop playing the guitar and using the computer, which was kind of a bummer. But yeah, so this is just going to be like casual talking about what to do not to be in pain. The first thing, of course, is you want to observe your posture when sitting. And like I said, walking helps improve posture. Like when you're out walking and you get a good flow going, start swinging your arms and get a good pace, then you'll notice, like for me, I was hunched over. I was permanently hunched over, and had the whole neck craning thing like a vulture going on. And there was so much muscle tension and stuff that I couldn't turn my head to the right farther than a couple inches, and it would just stop there. I couldn't turn it. Of course, dizziness, nausea, all kinds of stuff. Walking is good for that. Fresh air and good exercise. At least a half an hour a day of decent exercise. And if you can manage it, stairs are good. Find a set of stairs. Like you don't have to join a gym or pay expensive money to, you know, get a personal trainer or see numerous physical therapists like I did in order to get you know, an idea of what helps and what doesn't. So you know, the physical therapist that I went to would send me home with a bunch of exercises, and I'd try to do the exercises, and I'd be in so much pain, or it wouldn't work, or it wouldn't help, or you know, because they simply don't have any personal experience with the injuries. They look at, all right, this is the way your body is damaged or whatever, or injured, and these are the stretches I think you should do. But they're not the ones doing the stretches. You are. So you need to develop a sense for what helps and what doesn't. Of course, things like yoga or Pilates or whatever to strengthen your core muscles, the abdominal muscles, will help with your sitting posture. But a good chair, of course, good ergonomic chair with good lumbar support, and armrests. Very important armrests to have, you know, that comfort of resting your arm and not having to hold them up and tense the shoulder muscles to hold your arms in position. So good armrests, and of course the sitting height needs to be adjustable. You need to learn to adjust the environment according to your body's capabilities and not the other way around. Do not get into the habit, like I did, of adjusting your sitting position based on constraints, you know, put in place by bad chair, bad desk, bad sitting height, or whatever. Adjusting the position of your arms as you type or use the mouse, of course. And well, this goes for people like painters or whatever too. Try to find positions that don't put as much strain on the muscles that are overused. If you absolutely cannot stay away from work or whatever for any reason, then you know, lean to the side, or try not to overextend, or you know, you'll soon, if you develop a chronic pain syndrome, then you will soon learn what to stay away from, because it just hurts too bloody much to do the wrong thing. But you know, you don't learn until you've made the mistakes a few times. So I'm hoping that these videos will help prevent people from making the same mistakes myself and many others did, and just, you know, pushing it into absurdum, into absurdity where the injuries become debilitating. So yes, the second thing besides sitting posture and exercise, or the third thing rather, is of course learning to moderate your use of these things that aggravate the symptoms, whether it be playing tennis or playing golf or whatever, sitting at the computer or painting walls or houses. Minimize your exposure to the things that caused the injuries and to aggravate them. So for me personally, I had to stop working entirely because I was using the computer both at work and on a personal level, and I chose my hobbies over work because basically I couldn't see myself pushing myself to work in a dead-end job I wasn't happy with, which was aggravating my injuries, and I did not have the ability to take days off, or I did not have the ability to take breaks when I needed to, so I had to quit. Anyway, I'm just kind of free-flowing here, so feel free to comment. And to summarize, healthy exercise routines, walking helps, and sitting posture, of course, and taking breaks will help you manage the chronic pain syndromes and help you alleviate pain symptoms. So yeah, my next video will cover a few basic exercises you can do with a tennis ball. So that's good. Tennis balls are cheap, free at a tennis court, or outside the tennis court, rather, outside the fence, where no one forget to pick them up. Anyway, yeah, so that's it for now, and stay tuned for my next video about stretching or exercising with a tennis ball. All right.